Hello people, how are you? I'm here to share with you how our lives changed in August 2024. For us, August started flourished and beautiful. Throughout the month, we had perfect long walks. We used the swimming pool from our building and the sauna as well. We went to the dentist for the first time here in Canada, and for me, the experience was a little bit different. I had just to renew some feelings that they were so old, and then the anesthetics they used made my mouth be so numb that I was like without talking for like 2 or 3 hours, and then I had a picnic later on, and it was like so funny. So I went to the dentist, and we had to renew 3 fillings, and yeah, one on the top of my mouth and 2 on the bottom. But everything is numb right now. I can't feel anything, and my tongue as well is like numb. And I'm like this. It's so funny. But soon I have to go to a picnic. How? Tell me how. And I can say that in August we saw so many friends, and it was so good meeting new people and hanging out with our friends. It was like a lovely month. It was good as well to enjoy some events in downtown. Summer, they have always new things happening around the city. And then we went to the music garden, for example, which was amazing. And another amazing thing is that we were able to work out with our friends from Ottawa. Actually, they live like 1 hour, I think, from Ottawa. But the point is, they came all the way here to Toronto to spend the weekend with us, and they're kind of specialists in working out. So they trained us and they taught us so many tips and tricks. And yeah, it was so lovely. Then our lives changed because we are here together.
We are here together. We have a little bit of a small surprise, or like a surprise for you guys.
Yeah, what it is.
What it is. We bought a car!
August, we have our car.
Yes.
It's our month, August, right?
Yeah.
Lots of things happening. High five to us.
High five to us.
After 5 years as an immigrants, right?
Yeah.
6, 6.
Almost 6.
Yeah. It's our first car abroad.
Yay!
Yahoo! So I will share with you the post I made in 2019, I think, when we were living in Germany, that we bought our first bike. And it was, cute, and it made sense because our hearts, was like, yeah, it doesn't matter if it's like a bike, as you can read it here.
So it's still an achievement.
Yeah, it was about the achievement. And now, 6 years later, we have a car. A nice car, and of course we'll share, in another video with you, like details about the car. But look how pretty and awesome this car is. Yay! We're so happy, guys.
Yes.
We've got a car. I have a little bit of testimony to share with you about it. Since we moved abroad in 2017, let's say, we were like praying about having a car and eventually having a house and settling. But this day never came because we were like in Canada, and then Brazil, and then Germany, and then England, and now we are back in Canada, and we're like praying and saying, Jesus, please help us to stay here. And if we move, but let's not move countries, let's say. All right. But like since I was a teenager, I think I started collecting keychains because I was prophesying, and I was like believing that one day I would have my own car. I would be able to use one of the keychains I have. It seems like an ages ago. But my point here is that sometimes something takes forever to happen. Sometimes it happens, And now, 15 years later, I have my little collection here, and I could choose one of the keychains to put in our car key. So this all came to my mind, like sometimes you have a dream that you've been dreaming for so long, and when it happens, you're like so happy. But it's good remembering the time it was just a dream before like being solid, concrete. I hope it makes sense for you, because for me, it's beautiful. And we have a funny story about the car, because we went there, and the plate, they put it when you go get the car, right? So we went there, we did everything. 2 days later, we were driving with our car, everything was fine, and the dealership called us saying, could you come over because you have someone's plate, yours, it's here. And we were like, oh my. And then we had to go there and change it, and it was like, it was funny. And we were becoming an adult because you think about, cars and then insurance and then renting a place and then renewing contracts. It's contracts from here, contracts from there. And then we renewed the contract to live in this building for 1 more year. So let's see what God has in storage for us. But at least we will have a year living in this flat, theoretically. And our lives changed in August as well because we had the opportunity to go to a beautiful place by the lake. Probably you've watched the videos about it. If not, I will leave the links around here. And we also had the EV6. We drove this amazing electric car for the second time. It was such an experience, especially the combo, like having a beautiful place to go, driving a nice car. It was like, vroom, living a dream life. And when we were there, we saw sandbanks, a beautiful beach, and then they have lots of wineries around there, and they have wildlife, they have trails you can go, everything we love doing. And August for us people, it was a month to celebrate. We had so much to celebrate, and we had a special celebration. We had a wine that had gold inside of it, so fancy. We were celebrating our first year here in Canada. First year, like 365 days here in this land. I can't say anymore that I'm like a newcomer after a year. You're not a newcomer anymore. You're like almost permanent resident. But yeah, talking about it, we started the process for our permanent residency. We call it PR. And Kaya's grade for his English test, it was just like the best. He got like 11s and 12s. It was just like, wow. By the way, 12 is the maximum. So he just got 11 in two of the tests. We have four, right? So two of them, he got 11. And it was like, such a genius, which was good for our application, and we could apply for our permanent residency. And I don't feel like a newcomer anymore, especially after going with my friend to the St. Lawrence market.
Salads and sandwiches.
It's big, almost your head size. Why carousel is famous?
I don't know. They just have like world famous female bacon on a bun. And there's like newspaper things there. In the morning, this lineup is like
I love it. Is that grape?
I think so. Cupcakes, octopus.
Having an amazing experience here. When I was there, people, I felt like I'm at home. I don't know, some things it takes like time, to settle, but when they do, it makes sense. I don't know how to explain this to you, but when I was there with her, the feeling was just like, wow, like I can, understand better this place. I can kind of feel part of here. And do you want to know a funny fact? I discovered my love for country music. I found myself just, buying a pair of boots, and then I was like trying to dance. And I was like, I like this type of dancing. Woo! And this is the silly me loving country music. And we see how our lives change when our family starts sharing with us some old pictures like these ones. And you're like, I'm getting old. Look at me. Look at Kayo and I. We have to explain to you later on, but long story short, we grew up together. So this is us. Can you believe it? Okay, so another thing that changed here is that we have monthly here in this building special pickups. People donate things that they don't want anymore, but sometimes someone's garbage can be your treasure. And we found interesting things this time we went there, so we were like, hey, I love this special pickup moment. What we heard from the concierge is that everything was working. So you have washing machine, dryers, dishwasher, oven, stoves, like so many good appliances, and of course we didn't take anything because we didn't want, we didn't need actually. But the point is, it's so good knowing that you can, have a coffee machine for free or something like that if you need or if you want to. And we found like so much good stuff over there. We were really impressed. Next month we will see what they have because, as I said, this happens monthly. Okay, to not say that we didn't get anything, Kyle felt in love with this golf kit. And we don't play golf, but like he said, oh my god, it's brand new and it's almost complete. And I could at least, put in our storage. So yeah, we've got this kit. Would you like to have something like this? I think you would. And I guess that you would also want to watch some Blue Jays games. Before, we didn't understand anything about baseball. Now we are kind of trying to learn something about it, and we received tickets to go to a match. It was like Blue Jays against Washington. It was a good game. Blue Jays lost, by the way, but like we had fun, and we were feeling so blessed by receiving the tickets as a gift. So we enjoyed the moments, especially because it was a Tuesday. And Tuesdays they have a special hot dog for 1 loonie, which means $1. It's not about the price or about the hot dog, but about the experience. They put like in a screen how many hot dogs they sell, and at the end of the game, they have sold like, I don't know, 73,000 hot dogs, which is crazy. And one Bible verse that made so much sense for us this month of August was like Psalms 121, verse 1 and 2, that says, lift up your eyes to the heaven. Where does your help comes from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. We had the air show going on around Toronto. They had first the rehearsal and then the day. On the day we weren't here, but during the rehearsal, we were looking up and I was lifting up my eyes to the heaven and I was like, please help me. We live in a very high building. So sometimes the airplanes, they just like, it seems like they were touching the building. They weren't. But like the impression we had, it was like they were going to crash us, and it was going to be a disaster. And it was so loud. It was beautiful at the same time, but a bit scary. So yeah, take a look. How was this moment for us? Did you like it? So yeah, I think I shared basically how was my month here. So August 2024 was a special month, was a special like mark in our lives. Our lives changed. We completed our year here. We've got a car before completing our year living in Canada. We applied for our PRs. The daily life changed a little bit because now we can commute from point A to point B easily. We can do groceries easily. We are not anymore carrying heavy bags from here to there. We spent 6 years dreaming and planning and processing this fact of having a car in our hearts. It was like a big dream for us, and now we've got it. So as I said before, it doesn't matter how long something takes sometimes, but when the time is right, it happens. So let's go to September. Let's keep our hearts warm, trusting the Lord, knowing that He has the best and perfect plans for us. And let's have open arms to see and face what's in front of us. See you in our next video. Thanks for watching and sharing this precious month of August with us. And bye. And yeah.
Yeah.